got going on?
We are out here on Sturgeon Bay.
What are we doing?
Chasing walleyes, like we've been doing for the last month and a half.
What's going on, guys? Last time I held a camera in front of my face was the day I was driving here. I was gonna film all this really cool stuff, like, oh, I just got a new boat. I'm gonna show you guys the boat, then we're gonna go and catch some walleyes tonight. Well, it's a month later. That didn't happen. Filmed absolutely zero things in the last month. I've been in Green Bay for an entire month now, catching walleyes. And phenomenal fishery, obviously. Been catching a ton of fish. It is my last day here. It's like Wednesday before fishing opener, and I gotta go back to Hayward to do some stuff up there for opening weekend. And we got Ryan in the boat today, and we are going to catch some big Sturgeon Bay walleyes is the plan. So maybe we're gonna do a little bit of boat walkthrough. What else do we have written down, Ryan? Boat walkthrough.
Google guide presentation.
We gotta do some presentation stuff.
Trolling.
Some trolling stuff.
Casting.
Just gonna try to highlight a few different things we've been doing and getting some good bites doing it. So that's the plan. It's not gonna be too intense of a film, I don't think, but hopefully highly informational with some big fish in there. Looks like we got about 10-15 north-northeast this morning. Like every day the past couple days. It's probably gonna rain a whole bunch, but we're gonna do our best to get out of fish. Stay tuned. Talk to me, Ryan.
Well, we're hooked up on the very first fish of the morning. First spot. Feels like a good one. Big wide head shake. Nice one to start the morning off. Well, we side imaged some fish. We were on our way up here working into the wind. Now we're just hitting a couple schools on the way back that we thought looked reasonable to fish, so we'll get this little girl back in the water. Well,
I literally just said, Ryan, hurry up and catch a 30, and the rod just loads up. I mean, I don't know how big it is, but
fish number 4 now. We botched number 3.
actually we had 3 and 4 on. Bigger?
Much.
Look at that.
He's off in the net.
Thanks.
That one hit it pretty good on the way down. You know, you're just popping and rising that bait and letting it fall on a tight line, and you'll feel that strike every time.
Alright guys, we are hooked up. Another rip and wrap fish. Doesn't feel too bad. The second drift now. Had a pretty good first pass. Coming back through now. Oh yeah, nice fish, nice fish. I did that from you, Ryan. Oh, nice one. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Got him. Just a tank. Another Sturgeon Bay giant walleye. You know, I've been over here for the entire month, and I hate to say I'm almost getting immune to big fish, but it is just absolutely unreal the amount of fish like this or bigger we've been catching. All right guys, just another giant Green Bay walleye right there. I absolutely love this place. I love chasing big walleyes, and those are their war. It's just tank big fish. I love it. We're gonna get that guy back and show you another way to catch these same fish. Oh yeah. See you later, dude. Back for more.
Tom's trying to get me to go trolling, but I'm just not giving up on this ripper raft game.
I told Ryan we're going trolling like 4 times now.
It's like,
not because we're not catching fish, just. How's it feel?
It feels like a nice one, actually. I might need that net. Oh yeah, it's a big one. Nice long one. We're just drifting. We kind of came in shallower than what we were fishing. They just seem to be up here. We're actually gonna go try and catch something else now. Well, it's the same fish, just a different style of catching them. Ah!
We'll probably do some more casting. All right, guys, so as Ryan's kind of situated himself for the troll here, you know, we just basically want to show you another way you can catch fish that's been really productive out here for us. But when you're looking for fish, you know, obviously there's just an immense amount of water out here, so where do you start, right? Well, basically we're just doing a lot of shoreline stuff, any kind of flat that comes off a shoreline where we got some rock and then sand transitions. You know, it's just a ton of rock up here, so we're looking for anything different. Basically a sand transition, and we're coming down a sand transition looking for fish. Most of the time they're not marking on sonar. Most of the time we're looking for those fish on side imaging. So this is here, right here is what a rock to sand transition would look like. And here's a bunch of fish on side imaging on that exact transition. You can see those white marks and then the shadows right behind them. You can even get some fin detail in some of those. Those are the fish we're looking for. Now if we come through an area where we're seeing this, you know, every, you know, 50, 100, you know, 150 feet or whatever, that's what we're looking for. We want those fish concentrated on some piece of structure, you know, whether that's a hump in some cases, a crib in other cases, not so much out here. Out here, we're looking for those sand to rock transitions. Fish love those big, long sand rock transitions. It's a piece of structure, it's a structural element, it's an edge for those fish to relate to. And when you're casting, you need those fish concentrated a little bit. So that's how we're looking for fish. That's where we're looking for fish. And this is basically what fish look like on the side imaging when we find them. Alright guys, we are hooked up. First trolling fish. Can't tell how big it is yet. You know, we've been doing a lot of trolling, just kind of mixing it up. Some trolling, some casting. You know, today's definitely a better casting day, but we just kind of want to show you this anyways. We're running a lot of Berkeley flicker minnows. In 9s and 11s, I believe, are the two sizes. Purple's been a great color. All white's been a great color. You know, we're out here fishing a lot of this clear water, and you know, a lot of those natural colors have been pretty good to us. Ryan's filming, so I'm gonna unclip this guy myself. Hopefully it's not too ugly. It's kind of way back out there. We're trying to put baits off that primary lip, and we're basically running stuff anywhere from 16 down to like 20 down during the day. And it has been productive. You know, it takes a little bit of wind for sure to get these fish riled up. But it's another great way, you know, especially if you're not sure where fish are when you come out here. You know, put the boards out, do some trolling, watch your side imaging, you know, where you start getting into fish. You know, it sets you up real good for going back on them and doing some casting. It's a nice fish. I'm gonna grab my net. Speed rise, we're running a lot of like 1.2 to kind of 1.6 right in there. And there we go. Another big old Sturgeon Bay walleye. All right guys, beautiful Sturgeon Bay walleye right there. That's probably about a 27 incher, just fat, chunky fish. That's a post-spawn fish, and they're still just huge over here. I love this place. We're gonna let that guy go and talk about some specifics. All right, so like I was saying, basically what we're doing, we're covering a lot of these secondary flats out here. During the day, I'm staying just off that primary break, and I'm combing a lot of like 16 to 30 feet of water, both for suspended fish and fish close to the bottom. Running a lot of those Berkeley flicker minnows. I love those baits, caught a ton of fish on it back home in Hayward. And basically we're doing line lengths anywhere from like 60 to like 120, getting those baits down deep on the outside and kind of staggering them up the break on the inside. Purple, like I said, purple and white have been a super hot color for us. And basically our speed, like I said, we're keeping like 1.2, 1.6. At night, you know, I'll do a lot of night trolling out here too, which we're not gonna film today. But that time of day, I'm getting way up on top, and then I'm running the rest of my baits off the break. So on one side of my boat, I'm running stuff like you know, Smithwicks or scatter wraps or husky jerk, stuff like that, that's gonna run basically less than 5 feet deep, and I'm kind of running those way up on the rocks on the inside. Then on my deep rods, I'm staggering them going down, so I might go like 60, 70, 80 going down that break. So, you know, during the day I like to stay off a little bit. At night I like to get right up on top. Super effective way to catch fish, you know, out here too, and comb a ton of water.
Another nice fish for Sturgeon Bay area. Another, feels good to catch one trolling, even though I had to put my casting rod down. I was getting pretty addicted to that this morning. So we're gonna throw this one back here quick after a photo. Big ol' head on her. Going back, nice cold water release.
All right, the new boat. Yes, I got a new boat. I've had a ton of questions, people want to see it. I am absolutely in love with this boat. It's an Alumacraft Competitor 185 tiller. The last like 4 years I've ran a Alumacraft 175 tiller, the smaller version of this. That one had a 75. This one, powered by a 90 horse 4-stroke Suzuki. I'm absolutely in love with this thing. Extremely quiet, extremely good on gas, plenty of power. If anybody's wondering, I get about 37.5 is my top end. I pretty much always run basically half or full tank of gas out here, and I'm doing that, you know, on a full tank of gas too. Throw a couple of guys in here, I'm doing 33, 35 right in there, no problem. This boat absolutely floats at about 30 miles an hour at about 3/4 throttle. It's just, you know, 3/4 throttle, you barely can tell the motor's running, and you're just floating along at 30 miles an hour. Extremely smooth riding boat. Now the best thing about these Alumacrafts is how wide they are. I think it's like a 96 or 98 inch beam or something crazy. Ton of room. That's the biggest thing on these boats. You want an extremely wide beam on your boat, you know, a big width, ton of room to play around in here. So we covered the back end. I also have a kicker on here, 9.9. I absolutely love trolling, tilt, and electric start. You know, you can pull start too. Extendable handle. Troll's great. I've put a ton of hours on that thing trolling. You know, just as far as holding an exact speed, going slow, going a little faster, you just have so much more control over that than the big motor. Although that motor does have an idle control or a troll adjuster, I guess, where you can get all the way down to like 60, you know, 65 RPMs or something just stupid ridiculous. But what else do we got back here? So graphs. This is how I rig mine. I like to have 2 graphs. You know, you don't absolutely have to have 2 graphs. These are Helix 9s, Gen 3s.
Yo.
All right, we had a battery die there in the camera, but Gen 3s, yeah. Helix 9 Gen 3s, I'm absolutely, you know, I've used these things for a few years now. The Gen 3 does seem to have a little bit better side imaging at range, which is kind of what they advertise for. So extremely happy with those. Now the console here, you know, we got all sorts of cool stuff. You know, one of my favorite things, these drawers in them now. I didn't think I'd honestly use these drawers that much, but I keep a lot of top secret stuff in here. I have one granola bar that's been in here for like a month now. Some other memory card chips, stuff like that. Secret baits, cell phone charger. And then a whole bunch more secret baits, headlights. I use these things a ton. I keep like my fluorocarbon leads in here, and just a whole bunch of stuff that I want to keep handy back by me. You know, I got a radio, we got all switches obviously. Now, one of my other favorite parts I didn't think I would use at all is this. Now, I think Helix 9s, you might be able to get a 10 without a ram mount in here. This feature here, I've seen this on a few other boats, and honestly, I never thought I would use it. So basically what I can do, and I mainly only do this when I'm like, you know, if I'm staying at a hotel or something like that, or if I'm gonna trailer a long ways, but I drop these and I kind of sit them just like that right there. I'll do the same thing with this one. Just like that. And you can actually take these, drop them right down inside, seal it back up. This is 100% lockable. You can lock that, no one's gonna get at your graphs. They're totally stowed away. I absolutely love that feature. I never thought I would use it that much. So super cool there. What else do we got going down the side? This is a cooler. If you've never seen one of these boats, you can pretty much use it for whatever. I kind of use it as the boat garbage or stuff like that. Got more storage right here. I've got some random stuff in there. Got my plastics and jigs, stuff like that in this compartment. Rod locker right here. I put 8.5 foot trolling rods. I got 6 in here now. I can fit 8 trolling rods in here, no problem. Actually, I could probably do 9 trolling rods in here. This compartment, same as this one. I got a ton of crankbaits, ripping wraps, scatter wraps, all sorts of good crankbaits in here. Keep my cranks in there. This is a big storage compartment here. We have a whole bunch of jackets, life jackets, some food in that one. Life jackets in here, throwable in there, some more flares and, you know, all that good stuff that you need to have in the boat out here in there. Here's my front live well, which is waters and anchor and another throwable in there. Don't really use the live wells while I'm out here. The cargo nets are another thing I didn't think I'd use that much, and as you can see, I put planer boards in there, camera stand, just handy to have to keep stuff out of the way and out to the sides. In the front I have an 80-pound Tarova US2. I don't really run sonar to that. I literally just use it for, you know, the trolling motor. It's got spot lock, all that good stuff. The Alumatrack, I gotta catch my breath. Here, just talking too fast there. Lost my breath. All right, so the side Alumatrack runs, or Alumacraft runs the Alumatrack system. I got another one here that's actually gonna get another rod holder on it. But basically, I run Scotty rod holders for my walleye stuff. This is the bracket you buy. You punch a 4 holes in here and you can mount basically any rod holder to it. You can slide them up and down. Plenty durable for walleye fishing. I like putting them on risers. These risers, I think they're like an Expedition. They're like an 8.5 inch, something like that. I got a few longer ones coming for, I'm gonna mount some, you know, higher up outside rods. But I really like these, getting the rods up off the deck. It looks clean. What else do we got here? We got another back live well. This one's bigger than the front live well. Plenty of room right there for you to keep minnows, putting fish in, whatever you got going there. Got another side rod locker. This is pretty similar to my other boat. I got, you can get 8.5 foot rods in here for sure, I believe. And yeah, this is where I keep a lot of my spinning rods, stuff like that. What else we got here, Ryan? What else is there to talk about?
Very comfortable seats.
Very comfortable seats in the new boats. I got a vinyl floor in this one. My last boat had carpet on the floor. I like the way the vinyl looks, and I always got questions. I always thought it would be slippery. I think the old vinyl was slippery. This is more of a woven vinyl. It's not slippery at all. I've been in here in snow, ice, you know, water all over the floor. It cleans up really easy. You know, I've had a lot of blood on the floor. Bunch of walleye eggs this morning on the floor. Cleans up super easy. Looks really good. I am absolutely in love with this boat. These layouts, ton of room in here. You can fish 3 guys in here, no problem. Musky fish and trolling. I mean, they're just so versatile, these boats. And that's what I love about them. You know, they're great on big water. You know, obviously it gets super windy out here. I've been super impressed with how this boat is. I think there's only one day that I couldn't fish out here, but nobody was gonna fish out here that day. So super versatile boats. If you guys have not checked out Alumacraft boats, especially the competitor line, you're a hardcore fisherman, you absolutely should. So if you guys want to take a look at a boat like this, if you haven't checked out this Alumacraft competitor line, they're just built for hardcore fishermen. You know, you can get them in the tiller like I love. You can get them in the windshield. It's like a sport edition basically, or you can get them in, I think, a single console. I don't know if they do a dual console, but for sure a single console. So make sure you guys check out Warner's Dock near Wisconsin. I'll throw a link to their website below this video. They do a ton of this exact boat, a ton of the Alumacraft lineup, and a few other boats as well. So yeah, check them out. Phenomenal boats. I absolutely love this thing.